guys, you're welcome to our channel today. This is Charles and his family aspect. Now, today I want to share top 10 mistakes that men, husbands, boyfriends that they are making in their marriage and relationship. These are mistakes that we need to avoid. If you're a husband, your boyfriend, or your proposed fiance, or whatever it is, listen, these 10 mistakes is what you want to avoid. Now, over the years in my relationship and in my marriage, and also observing other people around in the relationship around the world, I have found these mistakes that men make in their relationship. So I'm not going to make this video a very long one. No, I'm going to be very brief, but it's something I want you to ponder on. These 10 mistakes, you want to look at them in your own terms, related to you and your relationship. You want to be able to analyze it and see how it affects you. Okay. Number one is not talking about things that affect your relationship, or things that are happening around you that you don't like, things that are making you feel unhappy in your relationship. You don't talk about it. You don't talk about it when you know that there are things that are wrong. There are things that are not right, that is destroying your love, your relationship with your wife, or what relationship you're in. So this is a very big problem. I found that most men don't talk. I understand most men don't talk. They don't like talking. They leave the talking to the women. But the reality is, you need to air how you feel. You need to be able to talk about how you feel and what is affecting you psychologically and emotionally. If you don't talk about it, how is she gonna know? She doesn't read your mind. She's not a mind reader. So you are acting as though she knows what is going on. She knows what you're going through is wrong. Talk about it. So that's the first mistake many men are making in their relationship. They don't talk about things that is wrong. Number two, failing to show affection. The failure to show affection in a relationship is what kills it, is what destroys it. It destroys marriages, it destroys relationships. And many men are very, very strongly numbed to affection. Most men don't know how to show affection. Most men are not in that mentality, that psychology of just thinking of showing affection. They don't have it. They don't just think about it. Everything is just masculine. Everything is just masculine. You know, things are power. No, learn to show affection. Okay, show that you are soft. Show that you're human. Show that you care. Show that you understand your mate, your wife, your woman. You have to show them affection. Affection is going to that level whereby you impart that woman with love. Affection is an effect. You must give an effect. What are the things that you do that affects positively, that is an effect to your wife? What are the things that makes her feel loved, cared for? You must show affection. That's number two. Most men fail to do that. I can't go into detail with this now. I'm going to do another video on this. It's very powerful to know how to show affection as a man. Now, number three, making the same mistakes all over again. Now, there are certain things that you do, you just keep doing it again, and it's wrong. And your wife is saying it, your spouse, your girlfriend is saying it, telling you over and over again that this thing, I don't like it. Just keep doing it. I don't like it. You just keep doing it. All right? Why do you keep making one same mistake over and over again? Assuming you're going to you're coming down from the stairs in your house, and then there is this overhead bar, and you always hit your head on that bar. Hit your head on that. Every time you're coming downstairs, you hit your head. Why do you keep doing that? So, in a nutshell, stop making the same mistakes again. Women don't like it. It's irritating. And that's one thing that men do. Most men do, not all of them. So, number 4, being too selfish. Most men are selfish. You don't want to live a life that is full of that. Okay, why are you in a relationship if all you do is to be selfish with your spouse? Why are you in a relationship if you can't share your life with them, if you can't share what you have with them, if you keep secrets of your earnings, of your wealth, of your property, of your whatever you do that improves your life, and your wife doesn't know, then something is wrong. And your wife is not part of it, then something is wrong. To be secretive is even worse than being selfish. So you want to look into that. Men do that. Listen, share your life. That's why you're here. The first people to look at for, to share your life with, are your spouse, your immediate family. Those are the first people that you want to look into to share your life with. All right? So, number 5, putting your needs ahead of your spouse. Putting your needs ahead of your spouse's needs. That's number 5. And most men does that. They want their needs met first without even thinking about the needs of their spouse. Now, there are basic needs, basic human needs, but the relationship itself has needs. And you as an individual, as a husband, as a boyfriend, as a fiancé, as a spouse, you have your own needs. What am I saying to you? Learn to put your spouse's needs first before yours. That's the way to come out of the realm of selfishness and start walking in love, because this is different. For most men, they don't like this. They want their needs to be met. Give me food. Give me this. Give me that. You know, I want this. I want that. My need is my need. You must do this. You must do that. No, what about the lady? Most men make that mistake and it's wrong. Then number 6, getting defensive too easily. Most men are so defensive, and it's a mistake. And now women also have this as a problem, but most men are very defensive. You can't live like that and have a good relationship. You're going to end up having arguments. One of the fruits of defensiveness in the family, in the relationship, is argument. That's a fruit. It leads to argument, quarrel. And you want to avoid that. And most men have this mistake repeated over and over again. It's wrong. It destroys your home. It destroys your relationship. Destroys your confidence and everything. It affects your spouse. All right. Then number 6. I think I'm in number 7 now. Number 7. Okay. Telling her she's wrong. Now, this is where the problem is. And now, I suffered this for a while until I realized it was wrong. When you tell your wife she's wrong, whatever suggestion she made, whatever contribution she's putting in, or whatever decision she makes, or whatever action she want to take, and you always confront her that she was wrong, do you know what it means to tell someone that they're wrong? It's actually the wrong word to address a lady, to say you're wrong. No. There's a way to communicate. See, the key here is how we communicate. Our communication is so important. How we speak, how we use words. You do not say someone is wrong. For instance, let me give an instance. When you say, what is wrong with you? I think the right thing is, what is troubling you? So let's bring it to this context. Telling her she's wrong. No. Let's say that in every rumor, there's an element of truth, right? Let's say in every lie, there should be an element of truth, right? So what I'm saying to you, whatever she's saying or doing, do not condemn her by telling her she's wrong, because that's an act of condemnation, an act of judgment, and judging her and condemning her outright, and it's wrong. You want to get to use the right language, which is, I think you have a point. I think you made the right choice. I think it will work out for your good, for our good. I think something good will come out of this. I think the whole thing is not all bad, but there's something good out of what you've done. That's the way you want to communicate that. If anything appears to be in that direction of saying she's wrong. Okay, now number 8, putting inadequate effort into a relationship. You're putting an inadequate effort. That means you're not putting in the commitment that you need to put in. There's much required in a relationship than you think. The workload required in relationship is huge, and you can't just treat it trivially and act as though it's not necessary. You know what I mean? Or acting as though there's not much to be done in here. You need to put in more effort in your relationship. It should be in your action. Most men are very reluctant to put the effort, the commitment into that relationship or marriage to make things work. Let's assume that there are things that are going on in a relationship, in your marriage, that needs adjusting, that need to be, that needs improvement. What effort are you putting in to do it? What contribution are you making? How are you taking the effort to ensure that this thing change or improve? That is what most women want. They want to see that you're putting in the effort. All right, number 9, nurturing a negative attitude towards sex. Intimacy. When you start nurturing a negative attitude towards intimacy or sex in the bedroom, it's wrong. It kills the morals, it kills the relationship, it destroys a whole lot of things in the relationship. You need to understand that. So it's so important that you have this understanding that there is an emotional part in a relationship that needs to be nurtured, not work against. So when you act negatively, when she refused to give you that attention or that intimacy, she's not serving you as you expect intimate wise, and then that doesn't mean you should be negative about it. That shouldn't mean you should have an attitude. Talk about it. Talk about it. Remember the first point? That's the point. You talk about these things. You have to now call her and discuss. This is not an issue of argument. This should be an issue of discussion. Mutual agreement. Talk. Relate. Why is this like this? Can we change it? Can we do this? Can we do that? It's very important. You talk. Most men don't talk. Number 10 now, which is obviously as opposed to make it number 1. This is number 10. But lastly, ignoring the relationship altogether. I'm not talking about the marriage. I'm not talking about you dating the person. I'm talking about relationship. Remember, relationship without communication, there is no relationship. Relationship without knowledge, there is no relationship. So you want to understand that relationship here is talking about how you relate with her. Ignoring your relationship, how you relate with her. Communication wise, intimate wise, knowing her deeply, showing concern to her needs and problems and challenges. All of those things build relationship. Ignoring that is terrible, and most men do that, and it's wrong. I can go on and on and on, but you know what? I don't want this video to be too long, sir. I thank you for watching. This is it. If you are watching us for the first time, you're listening to us, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also hit the bell notification so that whenever we release any of these videos again, one of these videos, much more, I'm going to come with much more of this, something like in the line, especially for the ladies as well. So get ready for that, and you don't want to miss it. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you. I'll see you again in another video. Bye for now.